After you've installed MillMage and created a device profile, the next thing you'll need to set up is your tool library, where you'll create and save entries containing information on the tools you'll use with your CNC. When assigning operations in your project, you can select any saved tool from your library, and MillMage will use the stored information for the chosen tool when calculating toolpaths. To get started, open the CNC Tools menu and select Tool Library. MillMage comes with a built-in library you can use as a baseline. But for best results, we recommend adding your own tools with settings specific to your hardware. All of your categories and tools are displayed on the left side of the Tool Library window. Click any category to select it, enabling the Create New Tool in selected category, Edit, Copy, and Delete options for that category. Click the arrow to the left of a category to expand it, showing the tools contained within. When you click on New Library, a File Explorer window opens where you can name your new library and choose a location on your computer to save it to. Each library contains a unique list of categories and tools, and only a single library can be loaded at one time. How you decide to configure your libraries is completely up to you, and one library can be used for multiple machines, or you can have an individual library for each CNC. The file path for the actively loaded library is displayed at the bottom of the window. If you end up utilizing multiple libraries, you can verify the name of your library here. Load Library also opens your system's File Explorer. Use this window to navigate to the location of an existing tool library and double click to open it. Let's start by creating a new category for our tools. To do this, we'll click on the folder icon and then type in a name for our new category. Similar to how you choose to manage your libraries, there's no right or wrong way to group tools. But for this example, we'll group by material type and name our category Hardwood. With our category selected, we are ready to add our first tool. Click on the Create New Tool button to generate a tool and display the tool properties in the right side of the window. For this example, we'll be adding a 1/8 inch to flute end mill. The settings we apply here are only applicable to our tool. We recommend referencing the manufacturer's product page for specifics on your tool. Starting at the top, we need to tell MillMage what type of tool we want to add. The options are end mill, ball mill, V-bit, drill, roundover, and scribe. As we click through the different options, the preview on the right side changes to reflect the selected tool type, as well as the configurable options in the menu. While the majority of the tool property settings require a value, there are a few optional ones that can come in handy for organizing your library. Name lets you set a display name for your tool. The value entered here always displays after the tool's geometry and diameter. The vendor text box gives you a place to input the manufacturer or supplier of your tool. Toolspec URL gives you a field to input the URL for the manufacturer's product page for your specific tool. These fields are not required, but can be useful when it comes time to order a replacement. Next, we have tool units, with the drop-down options to select between metric and imperial. This won't affect your design or machine control units. It just makes it easier to input the tool-specific values using the units of measurement provided by the manufacturer. Tool number is only used on CNC machines with automatic tool changers. MillMage will use this number to tell your machine to change to the correspondingly numbered tool before beginning an operation. Diameter is the measured distance across the cutting edge of your tool. For this tool, it has a 1/8 inch diameter. The fields in the Tool Properties section support equations and automatic unit conversion, so you can enter any value and notation, and MillMage will convert to the unit type you've selected. Flute length is the length of the cutting span of your tool, from the top to the bottom of all flutes, also known as the cut length. Our example tool has a 1/2 inch flute length. As we input values for our tools into these fields, the preview to the right updates live to display and reflect these values. Number of flutes is the total number of flutes in your tool. Flutes are channels cut into the tool shaft that evacuate material chips from the workpiece. Our tool has two flutes. Corner radius defines the radius of arcs on both sides of the tip of the tool. For end mills, the arc is convex, and for roundover bits, it is concave. In our example tool, there is no corner radius, so we'll leave the value at the default of 0. Included angle is the angle of the cutting edge as measured from the tool shank to center line. This is only used for V-bits, drill, and scribe tools. Tip length is the length of the cutting tip at the bottom of the tool, and is only used with roundover tools. The final field under geometry is notes. This field is a catch-all for anything you want to quickly remember or reference without having to leave MillMage. The feeds and speeds section is where you set specific cutting parameters for your tool and material you plan to process. The ideal values to enter here are highly dependent on machine rigidity, spindle capability, toolpath type, and tool. For specific recommendations, the best resource is usually the manufacturer of your machine or tool. We've populated these values with ones we grabbed from the manufacturer of the CNC we're using. With our settings in place, we'll click Apply Changes to update the tool in our library. If you ever need to make edits to a tool entry, you can double-click it, or select it, then click on the pencil icon to open the tool properties. Then make your changes, and be sure to click Apply Changes to save them. You can also change a category name by double-clicking or selecting it and then clicking the pencil icon. Repeat this process as many times as you need to add all your tools to the library. Now you know what the tool library is and how to populate it with your tools. In the next video, we'll cover assigning operations to designs in your workspace. Check out our documentation to learn more about the tool library, and subscribe for more great videos on mastering MillMage.